easy go.
Hello po, kumusta mga brads, mga sis? Madaling araw po ngayon habang rine-record ko to, 4 AM. So, gagawa tayo ng isang reaction. It's about how Filipinos troops fought alongside Allied forces versus 40,000 Chinese soldiers. So, titingnan natin kung paano nila nagawang depensahan yung lugar nila, kung saan sila dineploy, kung paano ano din yung mga strategies na ginawa nila, at kung gaano kahirap nga yung dinaranas nila habang kinakalaban nila yung Chinese soldiers. So mga 5 minutes to 6 minutes to na video. So tingnan natin. Let's start this video.
In honor of those who sacrificed their lives for freedom, Masid proudly presents the Battle of Yultong, a story of how Filipino troops braved a sea of Chinese soldiers during the Korean War. The Korean War began on June 25, 1950, when North Korea, backed by China and the Soviet Union, crossed the border into South Korea in an attempt to capture its capital, Seoul. In response, the United Nations Security Council, through the formation of the United Nations Command, ordered the deployment of military forces to stop the invasion. On August 7, 1950, President Elpidio Quirino, with approval from Congress, sent 7,420 Filipino combat troops to fight in South Korea. President Quirino saw this as a commitment to help a friend and as part of a larger battle to save the world from communism. The 10th Battalion Combat Team, the Philippine Expedition.
Okay, so kung titingnan nyo yung mapa, kanina nasa may Seoul na pangalan pa lang yung pula. Ngayon parang nag-advance na yung kalaban. So konting-konti na lang yung natitira sa South Korea. North Korea versus South Korea to. Wherein yung Chinese soldiers tumulong sa North Korea. And if I got it correctly, yung president nun during that time, siguro sa pangalawang pagpapadala ng mga army natin, sumama na din yung anak niya, kaisa-isang anak niya, at saka asawa ng kaisa-isang lalaki na anak niya, at saka asawa naman ng anak niyang babae. So dalawa silang sumama na malapit sa buhay niya. So yun po yung pagkakaintindi ko. See?
Expeditionary Forces to Korea was the first battalion to arrive on Busan shores on September 19, 1950. The 10th Battalion, made up of 1,303 enlisted men and 64 officers, was originally a motorized battalion sent to operate tanks from the US, but when none arrived, was turned into a heavy weaponry unit instead. On the night of...
Okay. So sa mga hindi nakahabol kung anong nangyayari na. So originally yung mga pinadala na natin ay mga tanks, drivers, army. So originally yung ginagawa nila sa tank lang talaga sila, sa mga sasakyan lang talaga sila. Never sila on foot lalaban. They were not trained for that. So since wala namang kulang sila ng lalaban sa dito sa labang ito, sa war na ito. So sila na lang ang nag-adjust. So instead na gagamit sila ng mga tangke, tinanggal na nila yon. So naging heavy machine sila. Yun yung nangyari. Yun yung adjustment na ginawa nila.
April 22, the 10th Battalion, as part of the U.S. 65th Infantry Regiment of the U.S. 3rd Infantry Division, was attacked north of Yonchon by a large force of Chinese and North Korean soldiers. This would be known in history as the Great Spring Offensive, one of the largest offensives by the 44th Division of the Chinese People's Volunteer Army and the Communist North Korean Army during the Korean War. In front of the Filipinos were 4 Chinese divisions numbering about 40.
Okay, wow. So kung titingnan nyo, sa bawat dalawang Pilipino, ganyan karami ang conversion niya. Kumbaga ratio niya, 2:2 something. So talagang luging-lugi when it comes to numbers. Talagang lugi tayo kung titingnan nyo. But it goes down to, tactics. Kung paano natin naharapin sila. So, let's see.
1,000 men. Just after midnight, the Chinese began their attack with a heavy artillery barrage. Soon after, the Chinese forces advanced, but had difficulty as the 10th Battalion successfully defended their positions with mortar and artillery. However, a massive Chinese assault pushed the Turkish brigade from their position, allowing the Chinese to surround the Filipinos' eastern side. Seeing the incoming danger, Lieutenant Colonel Junicio Ojeda immediately organized a unit of battalion cooks and clerks to fortify and defend the east flank.
Okay. So, yung nasa kanan, yung nasa right side nila, nag-retreat na. So, wala nang sumusuporta doon. Wala nang nagde-defend doon sa part na yun. So, ang ginawa ni Lieutenant Junicio Ojeda is kinuha niya lahat ng mga clerks, yung mga hindi sanay sa gera. Kumbaga sa back office lang, sa kitchen lang sila. So, ginawa niyang army. At saka, yun yung pinalaban niya.
With the help of M24 light tanks and artillery support, Lieutenant Colonel Ojeda's makeshift unit was able to hold off the advancing Chinese forces.
Nice,
The situation only got worse when the Puerto Rican 65th Infantry Regiment, situated on the west flank, began to fall back from Chinese attack. With the west flank now exposed, the Chinese began advancing but were blocked by a platoon of Filipino soldiers situated on a hill overlooking Yultong. Commanded by Lieutenant Jose Arciaga, this platoon refused to yield and held their ground. This gave Lieutenant Arciaga's company commander, Captain Conrado Yap, enough time to mount a counterattack. The counterattack successfully extracted the trapped platoon from the hill and also stopped the Chinese from further advancing. But sadly, Lieutenant Arciaga and Captain Yap were killed during the fight.
Oh.
In the early morning of April 23, Lieutenant Colonel Ojeda led the second counterattack using M24 tanks. This caught the Chinese off guard and pushed them away from the hill they were trying to seize. The Filipinos fought until midday before it was ordered to withdraw and link up with the rest of the division in the south.
Nice.
15 Filipino soldiers died, 26 were wounded, and 14 were missing in action, while the Chinese and North Koreans lost around 500 soldiers. The 10th Battalion's effort at Yultong.
So, titingnan nyo ulit kanina nung padating na yung mga Pinoy, konting-konti na lang talaga yung natitirang white part sa Seoul. Kumbaga yung hindi pa na kukuha ng North Korea. So, konting-konti na lang yun. Ngayon, medyo lumaki na siya. With the help of the strategies ng Pinoy on how they defend yung lugar nila.
Allowed the U.S. 3rd Infantry Division to successfully withdraw from the battlefield, which would later on prove to turn the war in favor of the Allies. 2 weeks later, the Communists began ceasefire negotiations after suffering more heavy losses. For the next 2 years, the Korean War was mostly battled from hilltops until a ceasefire was finally declared. Out of the 7,420 Filipino soldiers sent, 113 were killed, 313 wounded, 15 missing, and 41 held as prisoners of war. Today, a monument stands inside the War Memorial of Korea, in honor of the many Filipino soldiers who fought for the liberation of
Nice.
Korea. Recently,
Nice.
during the 69th anniversary of the Korean War, the late Captain Conrado Yap was awarded the Taiguk Medal, the highest military decoration given to a soldier for bravery in combat. Also awarded the Taiguk Medal was fellow 10th Battalion team member Major Maximo Young for his heroism at the Battle of Yultong. The efforts of the 10th Battalion in the Battle of Yultong was instrumental in turning the tide of the war in favor of the Allied forces. South Korea remains a free democracy, thanks to the contribution of soldiers like the
Mhm.
Fighting
Mhm.
Filipinos, a name given by the US Command to the brave men of the 10th Battalion Combat Team. Did you like our story?
So, yun po yun guys. Meron din akong nabasa sa or napanood sa YouTube na sinabi ni General Douglas MacArthur na bigyan mo ako ng 10,000 na Filipino soldiers and I can conquer the world. So, meaning, ganun lumaban yung Pinoy pag pag may pinaglalaban sila. So, pag pag tayo dedicated when it comes to defending or kahit ano basta dedicated tayo, we stick to it and we fight for it hanggang sa makakaya natin. So whether it's work, for family, defending our nation or others nation, as long as we promised na gagawin natin ang lahat para tulungan sila para defend. So yun, ganun talaga tayo when it comes to um taking risk, making promises, and doing our job. So, kakaiba talagang Pinoy. I'm not sure kung hanggang ngayon ganun pa rin tayo. I hope ganun pa rin tayo. But I guess nasa atin na yun. So, God forbid, if mangyaring merong war, I don't think magba-back down tayo mga Pinoy. Kahit konti lang tayo, kahit hindi tayo ganun ka-powerful na country, hindi ganun kalakas yung mga weapons na meron tayo, pero I don't think that's a reason para hindi tayo lumaban. So, kahit sinong kumalaban sa atin, I know na lalaban tayo. So, kagaya sa mga basketball players natin, sa mga at lahat ng sports, especially boxing, tingnan niyo naman si Mr. Manny Pacquiao. Hindi yan war, I do understand, but dedicated siya sa sport. So, ginagawa niya lahat. Natalo siya, yes. Pero, stand up pa rin. Laban pa rin. Um, Practice every day. So, basketball natin, ganun din. Kahit gaano kalalaki na yung mga kalaban natin, lumalaban pa rin. Hindi na panghihinaan ng loob. So, I guess positive tayo when it comes to doing our job and doing as what we promised. As long as we are dedicated to it. I guess lahat naman pero kakaiba lang talaga yung Pinoy. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you like this video. I hope nagkaroon kayo ng konting knowledge about what we did um before na hindi naman nangyari sa atin yung war sa ibang lugar pero how we help um our allies. So please continue watching all my videos. Paki-share naman. And oo nga pala, may bagong work na ako. As I mentioned sa previous ko na video. Sobrang nakakapagod. Kakaibang account. Account to kasi para siyang insurance na type. Um, for retirement purposes. Ang hirap, maraming words na dapat mong intindihin. And ngayon ko lang na naramdaman na hindi ako nakaka-cope up, hindi ako nakasabay sa topic. So talagang stressful siya. But still, naghanap tayo ng trabaho and we need money. Yun yung totoo, kailangan natin ng pera. So we have to do our best to learn and understand kung ano yung work natin, and hopefully to survive. So please continue watching all my videos. Like, subscribe po kayo please, and paki-share po ito. Thank you. Bye.